Welcome to the present. I have Mr. Efosa in the building. It's been a while. How are we doing this morning?
We're doing fine. We thank God. It's been a good morning. We thank God.
Match day. Are you excited?
I'm extremely excited. I'm
You-
excited.
mhm.
Today is going to be hopefully another excellent day at the
The way
office.
you're smiling and grinning from ear to ear, it's like you're expecting another walloping.
Bro, I would say it's normal to expect it now.
Okay.
I
Well,
expect it,
wait.
especially
That's
when
why
we're at
you say
home.
it's normal. You want to make it a normality.
Bro, as far as we're at home now, that is even
Uh-huh.
added. But at the end
Incentive.
of the day, we care about the 3 points so that we can keep moving up the table.
That sounds interesting. So, guys, do us a favor by striking a like on the video, watching the playback, or if you're joining us live, strike a like on the video, subscribe or consider subscribing if you enjoy the content, and do not forget to turn on the notification bells. Very, very important. So, match day today, according to some Eagle Eye journalists, Saka was spotted in training at the Emirates, even though we didn't see him conventionally, but we saw a trace of Saka. You know, Arteta likes to be coy with his information. Do you think Saka will be starting this match? Even though Arteta told us he had that illness, he was taken off against Sheffield United. He was expected to be fit, but we didn't see him in London Calling training. We didn't see him in clear-cut pictures, but we saw a trace of Saka. So I'm expecting Saka to start, or you think it might still remain a doubt for this match?
I still expect him to start, especially the fact that I was taking off half time.
Okay,
Um, he has what do they call it? It was just what will I say? It was
illness,
it was just illness. It wasn't as if it was a knock for
sure.
anybody to be scared. So yeah, I expect to see him soon. I expect to see him today.
So what about Martinelli? We know Martinelli hobbled off. He had that cut, according to Mikel Arteta, on his toe. We've not seen him
Mm,
in any of the pictures, either at the Emirates or at London Coney. Do you think that
yeah.
is playing his normal gimmickry, where we deliberately we hide the photos and still images of our players so that the opposition manager or opposition team cannot plan around our injury, quote unquote injury news?
Yeah, bro, if we're asking ourselves the question, it means it's very possible that he did it.
So you're expecting Martinelli to be part of this team today?
Oh, bro, I expect to see him. If I don't see him, I'm not losing sleep over it. We have
Sure.
sad, so we'll see. There's more. Yeah, there's more for these guys for them to. I think it's still enough for us to take them on without Martinelli. We still have more than enough to take them on.
Yeah, for me, we know we have to, even though we always go without mainstream mantra or one game at a time. I know that is a class line. I know we are not as silly as it seems. Even though you go with one game at a time, you still plan for subsequent games because we
Definitely.
have Porto to negotiate on Tuesday. For me,
Mm.
I will not risk Martinelli. But we are not part of the medical
Yeah,
team. If Ataka
yeah,
thinks he can see playing, I know one major reason he likes to play Martinelli is that going forward is fast, is quick, is attacking, and
yeah.
defensively he helps out KVO. We
Course.
cannot neglect that fact. And with
Yeah,
Trossard, as much as I love Trossard, is more technical. He comes in to play with the team, so holding the width. Defensively, Trossard can be very, very shaky sometimes. The way they badge him off the ball easily, but that's
yeah,
Trossard's game. You have to understand the
yeah.
kind of profile of the player who he is. And there's Smith Rowe can do a fantastic job there, even though defensively too, Smith Rowe can be very, very dodgy and clumsy. And there's
Of course.
Rhys Nelson. Now, let's
Mm.
say or this hypothetical, we don't have any details or factual information whether Martinelli will be playing or not. Let's say Martinelli was not going to be playing. Who will be your pick, Trossard, Smith Rowe, or Rhys Nelson for the left wing?
I take Trossard because of what he has done in the recent weeks.
Okay.
I still believe, even if Rhys Nelson was playing, he'd still do well because defensively, Rhys Nelson will still help out. So, but based off of who is not cold, who has been playing from well, I won't say any of them are cold because realistically, based off of the fact we have been beating teams
Yeah.
well. So they've had more time to, get some game time, even if it's just substitutions. So I look at it and think, okay, fine. Those guys are not cold, but I still prefer Trossard. I still prefer Trossard.
No, I mean, yeah, I like Trossard. I just
Yeah,
think that Kivio is on the left wing or the left or as a fullback. You will need a bit of
yeah,
help. We know he's not naturally a fullback, and Martinelli here gives that pace up front and defending too. With
yeah.
Trossard, defensively, he can be very, very clumsy. Now, I'm not doubting
Yes.
his offensive prowess, but
Mm.
defensively, he can be very clumsy. Personally, I would have gone for Smith Rowe in this game because of the intricate passing. He can be clumsy too, but not as clumsy as Trossard for me,
Yeah.
right? That's what I'm saying. And his ball carrying abilities, because we know for sure Brentford do not want to hide him. They are going to be
Oh yeah,
applying for some low.
they will
They are going,
defend. But I'm looking at Brentford this season. I don't see I don't know how they cannot defend properly against West Ham. They now want to come and play us.
to
You
be fair to
understand?
them, they are
Yeah.
missing their mainstay defenders. Like three of them are missing, even for this game. Pinnock,
Okay.
one
Okay,
of the other
yeah.
guys. They are missing some of their
Is
defenders.
Ben
They've
Mee
been
available?
who?
Ben Mee.
I think it's available. It's available, but their main guys are missing. The one of
Visitor Pinnock.
one of their better left back, Henry, has been missing for the whole season. I think that at least year or whatever. So they are missing some of their defensive stability they've had over the years. So that's why you know they've not
Yeah.
actually won a game in 2024. They've not won a Premier League game in 2024. So Brentford, they better fix up. They are not far from relegation. They are not too good to go
Yeah,
down.
but not
So
against us.
exactly, definitely, they
After
can't do that
this week.
against us. They can
Yeah.
try
It's
and fix
last
up.
week, unfortunately, against those blue rascals. In
Pascal's.
fact, those
So
guys, someone to say that Brentford fans were booing them because they were losing to Chelsea. It was
imagine
bad.
that.
But
So we know this guy will come to the Emirates. We know so a few of Arsenal fans love him. They're in love with him, which I don't understand. I respect people's opinion. They're entitled to it. They'll be coming for quote unquote auditioning, trying to convince the likes of Mikel Arteta and Edu to have a better glance or a better look at him. Do you rate this guy?
bro, the better glass. They are even their eye they pain them. You've seen enough.
You've seen
You've
enough.
seen enough. You've seen enough to know that he's not good enough for us. I'm not saying he's not good, but not good enough for us. We
I
have
like the way you put it because some
yeah,
people will listen to us and think we are against him. I'm not saying he's not a good striker. Like you said, good enough for our level.
yeah.
That's my own gripe. So I don't think so
Well,
too.
yeah.
Finish.
I don't think he's our level because there are things that we like over the past few weeks after watching us, watching what Kai brings to the team, how his performance is, his understanding of the game, space, movement, the things he does for the team, pressing, defending, all those things together, plus the intelligence. I don't
Exactly.
think this guy doesn't have it.
Because
He
I've
does.
watched him consistently, right, and intentionally, and I'm
Yeah.
saying, I'm like, you cannot love Arsenal to go to the next level, and you think Ivan Toney is that player. Like
Amazing.
this is Arsenal. This is Arsenal. This is not this is not Brighton. This is not Chelsea
Bro,
or
even
Chelsea.
Brighton don't play with him. What do they call it? A striker like him. Brighton don't play with a striker like him.
Like him. He's an old-fashioned battering ram of striker. No, he don't. See, I remember the game against Man City? This guy, when he was cornered to tight spaces, he was clueless.
Yes, of course. That's what we are not understanding.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, I saw that game. I was thinking, let me see something. You understand? People can say, oh, okay, he's not in a big team. We should understand. We're not saying that. We are saying we'll still see your attributes, even if you're in a small team. For us to say, yes, let us move with you. So I'm not seeing, what do they call it? And if he was tearing goals up and down, I would say,
Exactly.
okay, uh, you're tearing it up. But for me, and somebody's now telling us that he's Jesus plus goals, they must be losing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's sickening. It just shows
Yeah,
that
of course,
lay
they are
lay off
mad.
the alcohol, lay off the alcohol and the whatever street pharmaceutical substance you might be on. How can you tell
Yeah,
me Ivan Toney is Jesus plus goals? Like that
he cannot
statement,
dribble.
he can't dribble. How he
I think
does the
that day I was
aggressive
watching him against Man
movement.
City.
Yeah,
Inside three people, Shere Lona, Gege, let us see
he
something.
can nothing, nothing.
So I was just looking at it and I thought, nah, this guy is not it. And at one point, he was just standing. Like, okay,
Exactly.
enter some corners and do some. No, 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 no. The guy
He can't.
is not, what do they call it? He's not the guy that everybody thinks he is. Yes, he's doing it for Brentford. We are forgetting that when you're coming to us now, the reason we are doing so well right now is that we are playing against low blocks and yet
Yeah,
we are moving them around.
flourishing. Exactly.
Yes. With this guy, we have a disruption now.
See, that's why I always make an example. And some people might think I'm being derogatory. Please, guys, thanks for joining us. Make sure you strike the like button, like the video, very, very important for the algorithm and for the channel, please. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel if you're enjoying our content. Now, I liken him to Nketiah. If Nketiah leaves Arsenal and goes to Crystal Palace, he will score goals. Why? He's not playing constantly against low blocks. Nobody has sniped Anthony against low blocks. He will not flourish as Arsenal because when it comes to Arsenal, he's going to play consistently against low blocks. Then it becomes clueless. He doesn't have the trait to dribble out of tight corners. He's not technical enough. He's not a collaborative striker. He's a striker you have to play to his strength, not the strength of the team. Unlike Jesus that plays with the strength of the team, Kai plays with the strength of the team and his strength. Now, those are the kind of strikers you need at Arsenal, not strikers that you have to play to their strength. It reminds me of Rashford. Why? If Rashford is not scoring, it's useless.
Doesn't have anything to add.
If Ivan Toney is not scoring for your team, trust me, it's useless. But if Kai is not scoring, it's useful. Jesus is not scoring, it's still useful. So those kind of strikers you should be looking for. Strikers with certain attributes. We want them to score goals. We're not saying strikers should not be scoring goals, but the market is not littered with prolific strikers. So if the market is not littered with prolific strikers, what do? You look for collaborative strikers.
Yes,
that's why I go for Sesko, because he's a collaborative striker who can dribble out of tight spaces, can move to the left, can move to the right. He's very limb-footed. He has pace. He has technical attributes. This is not Brighton. This is not Brentford. This is Arsenal. So when people who are liking this guy because he has scored a few goals in one season, it's your opinion. I respect it, but I don't regard it. It is what it is. Like you cannot Ivan Toney for Arsenal. And we want to go to the next level. You imagine we want to compete with Man City and Madrid, and you think Ivan Toney is the guy that will take us there. Out of your mind. So if you look at our last few games, right, we've been scoring and scoring and scoring. 6 against Sheffield United, 4 against Newcastle, 5 against Burnley. Now there's this narrative I'm sure you've seen on the mainstream and on other platforms where they say, "Oh, we are beating teams we are supposed to beat." Wait. If Man City were having this result, they won't tell Man City they are beating teams they're supposed to beat. It comes to Arsenal now. Oh, Arsenal are just beating teams they're supposed to beat. Can you unpack that for me, Mr.?
You know, when what do they call it? When biased, what do they call it? Banter. Let me use this word. You see, I used to say colossal fools are in charge of an organization. This is what we'll have. When you look at people, when Man City started doing it, Man City will go on a run. Man City are on a run. People are forgetting Man City were beating teams like Sheffield.
Yeah.
They were beating teams like Burnley. They were beating teams like West Ham. They were beating the Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palaces.
And they were praising them.
Yes, that they are going on a run. We are going on a run. What's the difference? Is that you don't like us? Is that we're not? We had a what do they call it? A Leicester season last year.
Season.
We that a bigger team than Leicester. They are calling us a Leicester team. We're in the title race. They are so-called some what do they call it, red buffoons that were telling us that they were going to finish ahead of us this season.
Ahead of us. They're languishing in wherever they're languishing at.
Yeah. So you have to understand, most of those things are out of bias. You understand? Because you're telling us, one other narrative they spread is we are beating small teams, right?
Yeah.
How many of them can boast of beating Newcastle properly?
Properly. As in properly. Even the 4-1 scoreline. The 4-1 scoreline flatters Newcastle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how many of this is supposed to be a 7-0? So it's not a matter of who we are doing. It's not a matter of who we are doing it to. Everybody is a victim.
Sure.
Everybody is a potential victim. So I'm now looking at the situation, and people are telling me, and what do they call it? That it's a tough. We are doing it against. I don't care. I don't know if you understand. If I'm going to win the league, these are the teams I have to beat. Alex Ferguson was not winning the league by beating big teams. He was winning the league by beating small teams. Guardiola has been winning the league by beating and smacking these small teams. Manchester City. Yeah. Don't make it look so easy. It's getting to a point where you cannot hide anything anymore. Where you cannot hide that, oh boy, Arsenal are the best. They are telling you Arsenal went from third to third. See, I know you want to banter, right? But the objective is to banter. The aim for me is not going third to third. The aim is that I have to keep winning so that when the chance to climb comes, I will climb.
Exactly.
Like, you see, this comes back to a lot of people's, and this is why I keep saying, fans these days, open your eyes and stop being stupid. In life, the reason why you're told to show up every day is because you have a higher chance of succeeding.
Yeah.
So if we keep going like this, there might be a slip up. I'm not saying, what do they call it? There will not be, or both teams cannot go on like this, or all the teams cannot continue winning like this. If every team wins like this.
But potentially, there'll be a slip up tomorrow. Both teams can win. Tomorrow, there's a slip up. Both teams can win.
Yeah. So if you're telling me we all continue like this and we are 1 or 2 points off, I am not angry. I'm not. Because the reason I have to keep winning, I don't know what's ahead, but I have to do what I have to do. So I don't care if I move from third to third. The aim is being within touching distance. Being within touching distance. So I'm 2 points off top spot. The records show that I'm the best team. I've been the best team. Now, albeit we've not scored in games where we should have scored in, which happens to anybody. But I'm just 2 points off. 1 point off second, 2 points off the top. So I have to keep winning. I don't care if I go from third to third, but it's like it's preparation. I'd rather be ready when the time comes that I can climb than I'm not playing catch up.
Exactly.
So narratives where that is banter, but you cannot expect people who are failing to understand. They can't understand.
Yeah.
So
sometimes I don't. I just hate. I think hate is a strong word. I don't dislike the fact that we are moving from analysis to banter only content. Like the content creation these days is not overly polluted by banter because everybody wants to be funny.
The banter has now become analysis.
Analysis. No. We can banter. I understand it should be that boring and too overly serious, but let's not forget that we still have to analyze the game with objectivity, sensibility, and be reasonable. Not allow banter take over. Like, it's getting sick and sickening. So when I listen to those narratives, and it's even pushing the mainstream too, where they say, Arsenal are beating team you're supposed to beat. What do you mean? Man City do the same thing. You praise them. Arsenal do it. We are beating team you're supposed to beat. It's getting
telling us they are going on a run. That they are going to go on this one. Now this is that February period is when they come alive. They will go on alive.
And we're waiting for them to run. Yeah, we're waiting for them to run, and they are yet to run. And if you look at their performance and result, Arsenal have the best team who are matching performances and result, and you can see there's
Yes.
a synergy between our performances and result compared to how our friends struggled against Bournemouth and they narrowly escaped. And we saw Nottingham Forest almost get a draw against Liverpool, and Liverpool narrowly escaped.
Yeah,
So
of course.
the way they move the goalposts every week, oh my
Everybody
goodness, oh my
singing
goodness.
now.
So if let's do a pretty lineup against Brentford before we move to other matches that we played today. So we
Okay.
know, fortunately or unfortunately, I'll say unfortunately because I would prefer Raya in between the sticks, but we have to deal with Ramsdale. Are you confident
Yeah.
about Ramsdale's performance today?
I want to see. I'm not saying I doubt Ramsdale. You understand? But what
Yeah,
Raya brings to us is different. You
sure.
understand? What he brings to us is totally different. I'm not saying I doubt Ramsdale's abilities, but coming in as a different personnel, I don't know what he has, trained for. You understand? He might come in and give us a performance that Raya can give. He might come in and still, be his normal self. Right now, we're
Why
judging
you
him
why
based off.
why why you why you being too generous? Let's
No,
say
bro.
he's not giving us what Raya can give.
No,
There's a reason
that's
why.
why I said. That's why I said he can come. We are judging him based off of who we know. You understand? We
Exactly.
don't know the training he has done, so he can shock us. But
The training
what
training
Ryan gives me,
cannot give you other. See, training cannot infuse unnatural attributes into you suddenly. That's what
but
I call
bro,
natural.
I'm saying I'm not asking him to be. It's not about claiming balls, but
Okay.
to be fast with it. You understand? That one is
You
not
think
something that is
you think Ramsdale
or
will miss out on a chance to give to the opposition fans? You know he loves to rile up the opposition fans. You think he'll give up
that's
that?
then you're yeah, they are wondering why he doesn't have chances. For me,
Exactly.
it's not something like releasing the ball quicker or in those moments. It's not
Exactly.
something where
Yeah.
it's a natural. That is something you're supposed to be aware of.
To do. Yeah.
And that is lack of awareness and concentration and all those things because you're putting in indiscipline and things that are not your top priorities.
Sure.
Releasing the ball in time, yeah, all these things. That's something you train for. It's not something that they give birth to. You also have to study games and evolve. So if you cannot, they're not cut out for this. So for me,
I'm not trying to be an asshole. I understand. I'm just trying to be objective and play devil's
of
advocate.
course, I'm
Guys,
not
please
saying
strike
I
the
don't
light
see.
on the
Yeah, I don't
finish.
see why. Yeah, I don't see why you'll be on the bench for so long. If you cannot at least pick one thing, you'll see you're thick-headed. You're not supposed to be here. That's how I feel. Because if you
But
can
don't you
be
think?
training with this
Don't you
guy,
think? Even though I've spent a bit too much time on Ramsdale before we move on, don't you think the English media encourages their player to be a little bit indisciplined because they gas up these
they don't deserve to be
indisciplined
there.
attributes? I
Yes, they
mean, they
don't
gas
deserve
it
to
up
be
all the
there.
time. So,
Yeah,
so
what do they call it? The character and all. Yeah, but we see when we've been playing for the past how many weeks, nobody has time to waste. Nobody.
exactly,
You get that ball, you move. The
you
aim is to
distribute it
smack the opponent
quickly.
quickly before
Sure.
if he cannot learn, that's it. He has a
But
serious
like I
problem.
said, there's nothing you can do about it. Today it's going to be it's going to be Ramsdale in between the posts. So we know our two centre halves going to Saliba and Gabriel. Then White is going to be the right back. Then keep your right. We don't know whether
Yeah,
Zinchenko or Tomiyasu will be back for this. Now Teta told us Tomiyasu is back on the grass, but we are yet to see any pictures of him. Arteta can be very, very coy in releasing this formation.
yeah,
So I won't be surprised if I see one either Kivio either Zinchenko or Tomiyasu on the bench, but we've not seen any training pictures of both. So we are presuming Kivio will maintain his shirt as a left back. In the middle
yeah.
now, that's where he's going to be dicey. For me, even though it's one game at a time, let's not be foolish. We're all wise people. We're Porto in mind. We are
Of
to pray
course.
for Porto is an hashtag for some Porto in mind. So I'm going with Partey. Someone will say why he played 20 minutes against Sheffield United. He looked a bit rusty. He played 20 minutes and he has been training for the last 4 days rather. For me, bring in Partey and Rice. I don't want to risk Jorginho. So what do you think? What are you going for in the midfield?
Yeah, I think the way Jorginho is now, I think he is, because I was thinking originally that because we wanted to press the living daylight out of Porto, I would have loved the Partey and Rice. But with the way Jorginho has been over the past how many games, I'd want a Jorginho in that Porto game. Because he would definitely
brain is there
between those lines. Yeah, he will definitely break in between those lines. We need that brilliance. Now, the legs, do we know? But I think we have more than enough legs for those guys. I think we have more than enough because we'll beat on them like white on rice.
Exactly. So I will go for the midfield base of Rice and Partey, so Partey can build up his fitness. He hasn't played too many games. This is his 5th game of the season. So I'm going for Partey and Rice. You guys can join us with your suggestions in the comment section. Guys are there. Please do not forget to strike a like button. Yeah, watching. So guys, make sure you strike the like button. Very, very important. You're watching the playback, please do that too. So I'm going for Partey and Rice in the middle. Then we know the conductor in chief or the guy as the 10. So what are you going for in your midfield combination?
I think that's a very good one. For me, I think that should be the best one. Maybe Arteta might also add some Jesus because they are back and, as you said, Porto in mind. So you might want to spruce things up. But I think the people, he will look at it and not take it for granted also, because realistically he has Porto midweek. So he knows he has to win this one, because we can talk on Tuesday. It's not about goal difference. Just win. Beat them properly.
Sure.
That's the most important. Hopefully we can. I think what we'll do, we'll try and beat these people very early. Like Guardiola said, if we can 25 minutes.
So your midfield is also give me the names for your midfield.
I think it's still going to be I don't see another person apart from Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. You understand? I'll be shocked to see someone else.
Okay, let's go to the attack, right? I expect to see Saka on the right. I'm going with Trossard on the left and Kai on top. So what are you expecting? Same thing?
That's my own start. That's what I would have started with.
So what about people that are pushing the suggestion of Jesus on the left? Do you think that's something you fancy?
I'm not against Jesus on the left. But not gonna be like say Jesus to the dribble. That's how I feel.
He holds on to the ball a tad too much.
Yes.
There's a hot take I'm going to take, and people might not like it. I'm a biggest fan of Jesus. With Kai,
of course,
he released the ball in time. That is the level of intelligence that Kai runs with. He knows that this is the right time to release the ball. Jesus sometimes, I love his dribbling. He's needed in some times, but he's not all the time. Like, come on, he's not all the time, because by the time you dribble one or two players, the guys are recovered and they are now putting on a stronger defensive wall. Like, Jesus needs to smarten up. We enjoy the
you need to you need to progress faster.
The ball.
And that's what Kai gives us, fast progression in terms of, what people don't understand is Kai doesn't just progress the ball, he progresses the team in terms of where he moves himself.
See, that's the case.
When he moves himself,
he's progressing the ball and the team, and he's moving the team forward quickly and sharply and intelligently.
Yeah.
So, and with Jesus, he's aesthetically pleased to enjoy some dribbles sometimes, but sometimes
they're against Sheffield United.
Yeah.
I wonder what you wanted.
Do you know what?
So dribbles are
unnecessary, right? Unnecessary dribbles sometimes. Unnecessary
Bro,
dribble.
I want to say, Baba, don't do that. When I get you want to get fitness, he suffering me that day.
Eh, you wanted to enjoy. You
When
wanted
they
to
score.
enjoy. So on the bench, we expect the likes of Fabio Vieira, Smith Rowe, Chris Nelson, maybe a Tomiyasu, maybe Zinchenko, maybe some players. Hopefully, like you said, we can end the game in 25 minutes, which I doubt this time because I know Brentford will not want to be a free meet. So let's
Yeah.
see what's going to happen. I'm already getting some ITKs saying that Saka in squad. We all know Saka will be in the squad. I've not seen whether
Mhm.
Martinelli is in the squad. That's what I'm trying to find out. So my tickets I did drop in certain news. So let me see. Let me see. Saka in squad. Okay. We'll find out whether Gabriel Jesus in the squad. We'll find out later. So let us see some of the fixtures that are lined up for today. So we have our friends. Our friends at Old Trafford was Everton in the first game today. What do you think will happen?
Just think, man, you might edge it. That's what I
They
feel.
might press exit left. They might win.
Yeah, I feel they might edge it.
I'm
Because
looking
I
at
look
this
at,
game, right?
yeah.
Okay, finish.
When I look at Everton, I just think Everton will drop points.
It's possible both teams drop points. A draw is both of them dropping points.
Yes, but Everton for me, in as much as I like how they've been, they will capitulate. You
You're still
understand?
gonna say this is the Man U of old. This Man United team doesn't feel me any out of confidence. I don't
No,
think
bro. They
it's not
see,
impossible
they
that
don't.
they win. It's not
Yeah, they don't
impossible,
feel me with
but
confidence. They
Everton
don't
have
feel.
a great chance. They have a great
Yeah, bro.
chance.
But what I'm saying is they don't feel me with confidence, right? In as much as I
Mm-hmm.
look at them, they are not a relegation team. They are not. What do they call it? What's the word I will use? They are not a small team. Realistically, they are not that
Mm-hmm.
bad. They ain't horrible. But the problem I have with Everton is Everton will create chances. They won't take it. I know that is what will happen. If Everton create chances, we will see a miss
I
first.
understand. I understand it's not on the same level, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal have created a lot of chances that we didn't take, even though we're a bit we're a far more efficient team than Everton, and we still score more goals than Everton. For me, if you are still
Mm.
creating chances, it's not as horrible. Unlike when you're not creating chances, Manchester United are a smash and grab team. They've
Yeah,
now
of course.
mastered the act of smashing and grabbing.
No, bro, that's what I'm saying. You can
So
play
how
a
can I
team, man.
trust? How can I trust a team that does smash and grab consistently?
Bro, they will do because Everton will capitulate somewhere. Everton might be having a good game. They are balling, they are dropping this. We saw Everton versus Tottenham.
Yeah,
The one,
they shall,
especially,
they shall bury
they
Tottenham.
should have
They should
see,
have.
bro. That should have been a hiding. And I'm seeing fools telling me that Arsenal will go there and oh Lord. If you
It's the
play like
bias.
that day.
Yeah, it's the bias.
So I'm not saying what are they calling it? I saw that game. My problem is Everton, they can create chances. We saw when Man U played them in the subsequent leg. Man U should have lost that game. Man U won 3-0.
Yeah,
Everton didn't take their chances.
sure.
So Everton can have chances today. I'm not against it. But will you take it? Because once you don't take that chance, you now lose the ball. Man, you will go and counter before you know
Counter-attack.
internet. There's another point. So we can play and create chances. We still have the quality because we can retain the ball. Now,
Oh,
can they retain the ball as much as we do? Can they press as much as we do? These are the what do they call it? The things that I feel is the difference between us, and that's why I just feel Man
I'm
will
not
win.
trying to directly compare. I'm just using the context and the nuance of
Yeah,
you keep on creating chances, you have
yeah,
the higher opportunity because you are still creating
of course.
chances. Unlike
Yeah,
Manchester United, for me, They're just looking for a counter. The so big Manchester United who are always looking for a counter attack to win. They don't even like to hold onto the ball. The ball is like hot potato to their legs. So I'm just looking at that. There's a potential chance for Everton. We saw that Fulham went to Old Trafford and actually went there and trampled upon them. They've not won in donkey years and won there. So I'm like, Everton too can go there and trample upon them. So that's why I'm looking at it from that perspective. So Wolverhampton against Fulham. There's a dodgy one. Wolverhampton are a yo-yo team. Fulham are a yo-yo team. Maybe I'll go for a draw in that one. What do you think?
I don't even know who I would say to win. Like I look at Wolverhampton at home. Yeah, they can create chances, they can ball, but at the end of the day, we just don't know what will happen. So it's just a thing. They can draw, they can win, they can lose. It's all over the place.
So Crystal Palace Luton. I expect Crystal Palace to take that one at home. They had a new manager bounce. I think they lost their last game, but at home, I think they should be strong enough to beat a Luton team. A Luton team that's trying to avoid relegation. They are a decent team, but results have not been favoring them. So I still expect Crystal Palace to take this. What do you think?
Yeah, I look at it and say yes. But Luton, for me, they're not slouches.
But they don't get results. They play well. They're that team that play well sometimes, but they don't get the result to match.
I've looked at their games too. That's why I say they are no slouches. They also, it's not as if they are the team where you will just want to press and
press them exactly.
They are not bad. It's unfortunate they have not been able to get some. And the thing is, with the way they play, you never really know the game they will win. So
sure,
that's why I just Crystal Palace I think they have a more attacking manager. So
yeah,
they will if it were to be Roy Hodgson, I would have said
he's so conservative for me sometimes. Yeah, he's so a tad too conservative in his approach and how he sees the game. So FC Bournemouth against Sheffield United. Sheffield United still reeling from the thumping they received physically, scoreline, and all kinds of emotional trauma they went through with Arsenal. The last match. Then they go away to Bournemouth. Bournemouth are a very expansive attacking outfit. I expect them to win this game against Sheffield United. What do you think?
I do expect them to win the game. I expect to see Bournemouth win.
So, top 4 battle on Sunday. Aston Villa against Tottenham. 2 strikes. Unai Emery, a pretender, a very dodgy manager in my opinion. Tottenham, they flatter to deceive. It's like two stragglers in my opinion, vying for top 4. What do you think will come on top?
I think I'm seeing a draw. Seeing a draw because both teams are haywire. Let's be realistic. Haywire teams all over the place. Haywire.
Yeah.
So I just look at it.
One of them they play high line. They like to go high line to high line. So it should be the high line derby.
This Aston Villa, they will learn. They will learn. They will learn. Their day of judgment is coming.
They played on Thursday.
Beyond 5-0. Who? Aston Villa.
Yeah, they played on Thursday in the Conference League. Yeah. So, but unlike Tottenham that had a full week of rest, so Tottenham should be fresh for this. They are welcome. Pedro Porro is back. I think Dogi is back. They have a few of the players are back for this game. Aston Villa are leading the charge for the top 4. So, do you think Tottenham can actually go to the Villa Park and go there and grab all 3 points? Do you think that's possible?
It's not impossible. It's not impossible. But when I look at both of them, I just look at both of them and think, both of them are 2 stupid teams. Like Tottenham can have the whole week. In fact, they can have 2 weeks, and they will still go there and still concede. You remember I told you what Expression said. Expression said the likelihood of Tottenham conceding is like him looking into the mirror and seeing a black man. It's a fact. Bro, that is my own. If they were not a team, they were a defensively solid team, I will give them the win. You understand? Especially these people playing on Thursday.
But
the fact, I don't think if they played on Thursday. That's why the match.
The Conference League. They played. Conference League. It was a 0-0 draw. That is 0-0 draw. The Conference League.
Mm-hmm. So you now look at that same team now coming to come and what are they calling? They are going to Aston Villa Stadium. See, bro, free meat for any the definition of this match is all you can eat. Take it's true now. Whoever wants it more.
So, who do you think will win, Aston Villa or Tottenham?
Bro, I'm giving my own this thing draw because I just don't know with the way both what do they call it? With the way both teams run up and down. Because
Yeah.
you look at Tottenham. See, I get you're playing attacking football. I honestly do. But this one is gung ho, for God's sake.
Both teams
Udogie
actually
and,
play gung-ho. Even though Unai Emery, there are some quarters of the mainstream and the press saying that Unai Emery is conservative. He is not really conservative. What he does mass attack, mass defense, erratically. Both, like I say, both of them are in high line. So to be high line derby. So I'm looking at it that logically, because Tottenham have rested whole week, they should be able to go there and get a result. But
Yes,
what you
of
say,
course.
these guys attack without using their brains. Gong ho. Everybody run like
Bernard Johnson and Udogie. Bernard Johnson and Pedro Porro. Udogie and maybe
Kulusevski.
Kulusevski and Porro, Udogie and Bernard Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Then you now collect the ball. You will just counter. See what Neto did to them now.
Exactly.
So when I'm looking at it, once I just see them, I don't know what to expect. Because that day is how they nearly lost against Crystal Palace. They nearly lost against they didn't lose against Wolves because they fell into Wolves' hands. Who did they play again? So I'm seeing them. They are too inconsistent. The only reason is that the teams that it's not as if they will be too comprehensive, but if you concede that much, no, you cannot be conceding that much. And every time I see, I don't even know what to expect. They are just a better yo-yo team. That's what I just
exactly.
See.
So
with Aston Villa, so
Finish.
let me go round off. With Aston Villa, I don't look at Aston Villa and think, Aston Villa's system, it looks pleasing on the eye because the people that they can beat are like free meat too. But it's not a situation where I will look at it and think, they are that good. I just feel they are just overhyping and all. But at the end of the day, they are doing well, better than what people expected. So it is what it is. So if I could give anybody the win, I would say it's more Aston Villa to edge it, not that
Okay, before I give my opinion, Football H by Nofel. Hello, mate, I subscribe. Shout out to you for subscribing. Hopefully you enjoy our content. You ask where we're from. I don't think how is that relevant to you? I don't know where we are from. Okay, me and my brother, we are from Nigeria. So I hope that answers your question. So analyzing the game, I'm looking at it that Aston Villa, they've played a hard-fought draw on Thursday. They might have a bit of fatigue. Now, even though both teams are yo-yo teams, both teams like to go gung-ho, I just think maybe Spurs might just have enough to get the point. Might.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but they might. I just think both teams are... both managers are just insane managers. Two insane managers who like to play gung-ho football. So let's see. I just think I'll edge it to Spurs. So let's look at other matches. There's West Ham against Burnley. I think West Ham should be beating Burnley at home. What do you think?
I think the same thing. If they beat West Ham at home, they should really consider that club. Burnley is
it's free meat.
Bro.
Yeah, Burnley is free meat. The proverbial free meat. Like if Burnley is like a hotel, everybody's getting through. Everybody has access to their lobby. So for me, Burnley, since Vincent Kompany remains stubborn, trying to play a certain brand of football that your players are incapable of delivering. Like that's the definition of insanity.
Especially on this level.
Yeah, on this level, it's not. You can't do it. It's not sustainable. So Brighton against Nottingham Forest. So what do you think happened to Brighton? They've been losing. They lost to Luton. They lost in Europe comprehensively to Roma. I wasn't expecting that kind of a bashing they received on Thursday.
And we're bragging that there won't be Inter Milan won't be there.
Yeah.
Inter Milan.
What do you think is wrong with Brighton? They used to be a bit more solid than this. They've become a yo-yo team.
I think it could be for me 2 things. One, De Zerbi not evolving enough, and the players that he lost being pivotal. You were telling me that their system of losing some level of players is not sustainable.
Definitely not sustainable. Yeah,
it is showing each moment, because let's be realistic. We've seen how McAllister has been playing for Liverpool. You understand? So I know people don't talk about him much with the move and all, but he has been excellent for me this season for Liverpool. So imagine how he has been. Imagine coming from Brighton, where we knew he was a very good player.
For them, yeah.
And still going to Liverpool and still doing well, basically settling in as soon as possible. Then, even if we laugh at our brother at Chelsea, Caicedo, he was an important part of how they played. He knew how they really played.
The system.
So, the system, the master the system. So, as you said, I feel they are having a bit of those players that came in, the replacements have not been. They've not hit the ground running. Let's be realistic.
And they've hit by a few injuries, significant injuries. Because people always talk about they also have a squad. Even I'm going to pivot a little bit. There's this nonsense that's been pushed on mainstream, and I've seen content creators push that nonsense. That look at Man City. If you take away certain players, it doesn't affect them. If you take away Rodri, Man City ain't winning no league. See, let's stop this bullshit. Like, we don't have sense. If you take away Rodri from that Man City team, they are not the same.
Definitely.
Even within your squad, there are key players you must keep fit. You are not going invincible without Vieira or Henry. Even though we had a fantastic squad, we are not going invincible without Vieira and Henry. So within that squad, within that first 11, there are players that cannot be missing.
Yes.
If you want to achieve certain level of success. So I understand with Brighton, Maupay in and out this season. He went for the Asian Cup. He was injured before that. Now he's back from the Asian Cup. He's injured again out of the season. So Incisio.
He's out of the season.
He's out, yeah. He's out. Then Incisio, one of their key players, has been injured from the beginning of the season. Adingra went to the AFCON. Their left back was out for a long time. He just came back. So I understand a little bit. Even though I think Eusebio is overrated. He's a good manager, but you know how the press and some fans will be pushing. Even Arsenal fans are considering him. Let's sack Arteta and bring in Eusebio, which is crazy. So, we have some clowns in the fan base.
Yeah, so I understand that pipe, for God's sake.
Yeah, so I understand that Brighton are facing certain things, but I just think Eusebio doesn't want to adjust to what he has sometimes. He's too stubborn.
Of course.
He's too stubborn.
Those guys are.
So, but against Nottingham Forest, do you think they can actually still get a result, or do you think they will implode again?
Well, Nottingham Forest's playbook on this game will be counter, park the bus and counter. So I think that's what they are going to use. But I still think Brighton have enough to, what do they call it, upset Nottingham Forest. Now, that's not to say I do not see a lot. Like if Brighton lose, I will be surprised. But I think Brighton, I think they are at home, so they will have some enough for Nottingham Forest.
So a bit of an update regarding Arsenal versus Brentford. Zinchenko in squad, no Gabi. So we'll find out very soon whether, unfortunately, we are hearing that Gabriel Martinelli is not in the squad. Apparently, I'm not saying for sure. Just this what
Yeah.
I'm hearing from people I think that are actually have credible news, telling me that no Gabi in the squad, but Zinchenko is in the squad. So you can see we should still be beating Brentford without Gabriel Martinelli. So it is what it is. So let's go to the biggest game, the marquee game of the weekend.
Yeah.
Liverpool against Manchester City. Your thoughts, Mr. Efosa?
Grand Slam.
As in that they call the
Slam.
headliner. The headliner.
Of course. It's a Grand Slam game. And we'll be there.
Oh, definitely will be there. I will enjoy that game. And I'm hoping to get a go with the flow to join me in pre-match and post-match if possible. I've reached out to him. He's telling me about some logistical problem. I'm like, let's try and make this happen. Let's pre-match
link up
post-match. Like the link up will be nice. So, what do you think?
Where do I even start from? Well, both teams, as we know, are the ones that are ahead of us. So, one way or the other, Agolo must jump. Position must change. If
definitely
we win.
Provided win our game.
Yes. When I'm looking at what do they call it? When I'm looking at these guys, Liverpool, we don't know, they've had injuries, but players are returning.
Yeah.
But we don't know how much fit they are. So
let's say the truth. Even though we are not doctors, we are not professional athletes, but some of us have done sports in school. Like there is no way Salah and Szoboszlai, even Salah scored against Shakhtar Donetsk, there's no way he's 100% match fit. I'm not saying it's rusty. The sharpness, it won't be there like that. We saw it with Gabriel. We saw it with Partey, even though Partey has been longer, right? But we saw it with Jesus, who has not been out as long as Partey. The sharpness is not there.
Of
if you
course,
miss a few games, it won't be there. So continue.
And Salah has basically missed since, let's say, January. I don't think
he played one game, then he went back. Yeah, he went back.
Yes, exactly. Which was, what game was that? And he came from, I think, Brentford. They beat Brentford. So I'm looking at it today and I'm thinking, or tomorrow rather, he will not be at that match speed. You understand? He won't be at that match speed. He won't, what do they call it? He won't be, what's the word I'll use?
Match sharp.
He won't be sharp, but we know how these games, he won't be match sharp, So,
but
for
doesn't
me,
mean it's not dangerous.
we'll
I'm not saying
it's
not dangerous. He's still a dangerous player, whether match sharp or not. But we're just saying in the context of the game.
No, of course, like it's not like it's like we're saying he's on 70%, you understand, as opposed to 100%. So it's not something to sneeze at. Now, people are also forgetting no Alisson.
Exactly. Well, one moment before we go back to, because we are discussing Liverpool against Man City. Timber is back. Yeah, but he can't play. No, I saw this excitement. I'm not. Shout out to you, Ekran Nukure. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I don't know where you're from. Sorry, but this is not to have a dig at you directly. I'm talking about what I saw on social media the other day. So I was seeing people saying, "Oh, Timber is training, should be back in the squad." He has been out for 6-7 months.
Yeah,
he needs to play like 2 under 23 games, even though he's training with the first team. He needs to play 2 under 23 games to feel himself back, to get that trauma out of his head, the fear of contact. Come on, man, guys. Timber can't even play for me, he shouldn't be playing till the next 1 month.
Of course.
He's injury. He can't, even though he's training with the team, there's no way you're expecting him to start playing back with the team. Come on, guys. Come on. Or what do you think?
For me, I'm not I'm happy Timber is back, right?
Me too. Yeah.
Everybody, I think sometimes we all wanted a situation where we just love the guy so much. We just want to see him.
Hmm.
That is just what it
Exactly.
is. But we also have to. Everybody would have loved to see him this season because it's his debut
Sure.
season. Let him see. Yeah, but the aim is, even Arteta said it. Said this is the most important period now,
Yeah.
where you can come back. Yes, where because you see setbacks in periods like this, but this is the most important
Yeah.
period. You don't rush them. You just give them their time. And
Right.
he's a strong guy, and he has really taken his recovery very, very well. So,
Well.
as you said, we play someone at 20. We know how Arteta is. Arteta would rather not play you so that you will recover and be
Well.
tip-top shape for the next how many games than play you and you start flipping up and down. So,
Yeah. Setbacks. So.
for me, I'm not rushing on Timber. Look, we have more than enough.
No.
Exactly. We have more than enough. Unless, what do they call a storm of injuries, which I don't foresee because of how we are managing ourselves. So
Yeah.
that is my.
So let's round up the Liverpool.
So
City.
Alisson is not available. Though.
Yeah, I know.
That might be a key because I'm not saying Kelleher is not good, but there might be some moments where you will look and say, man, if it was Alisson, you understand?
Maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, just maybe. There's no Jota. Now people are forgetting all these. What are they calling it? Pharisees, footballing Pharisees that are saying, we beat Liverpool with their full squad. Though. Only Salah was not
Exactly. Jota was there. All their big guns were there. There were Nunes that is running haywire. We kept him quiet. He wasn't running haywire.
He came from the bench.
Yeah.
So for me, everybody's going to say Anfield. Trent versus Haaland. All the talk on the media.
Trent is the talk. Okay.
Yeah. So everybody is fired up. You understand? And we know this might be Klopp's final ever EPL matchup against Manchester City and Guardiola. So it's going to be what do they call it? It's going to be
very interesting.
Very, very. So for me, looking at that game, I'm saying a draw.
Are you wishing for a draw or you're objectively saying a draw? There are two things.
No, what I'm saying a draw objectively is I'm looking at both sides, right? Both players, both teams. We all know Liverpool. Let's be realistic. Liverpool have some players missing, and Liverpool have players that are not match sharp. You understand?
Yeah.
So having players that are not match sharp, yes, is one thing. So it might come back to haunt them. I'm still looking at Manchester City. Manchester City are giving away chances like what do they call it? They are playing like candies. So it's one of two things, realistically. I do not see. Well, I know somebody can win, but I'm looking at it with how both of them play. Now that doesn't mean it will continue because you have to change approach when it comes to some things, which obviously will happen. But Liverpool, we know that Liverpool, it's not about the change of approach. It's just about how much ginger they can add tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Vibes.
The power. Can you run?
How you press.
So
when I look at it, I'm thinking, okay, this is the approach. And even Manchester City, let's be realistic, they give away chances. So no, this our guy Nunes, he's a handful for most teams. Let's be like even if I used to yell him before, he's a handful for most teams. And definitely tomorrow he will be a handful for Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, so sure.
I see when I see it, I just look and say, okay, fine. This guy is going to be it's going to be an epic game. Van Dijk, I know he loves if Konate is available.
Let's be
Van
fair.
Dijk is
There is no way Konate will be available. I saw club trying to lie his way out of in the press conference that it's just precautionary. Someone said that if he sprinted, his arms will have gone. That means there's something that there is no way he's recovering in 3 days. You are not. No, there is no doctor on earth that can make Konate recover in 3 days. He's not. He's out. Let's call it for what it is.
No, that's why me. I already told you before. Is that when they said it's precautionary, I said I'm not denying that. So,
yeah, he's trying to manage.
If I'm looking at these guys,
Kwanzaa. Or is are you going to bring in Kwanzaa or the right back? What's his name?
Joe Gomez.
Like Joe Gomez reminds me of Holding. He's not good enough.
Yeah, but it's better than Holding. Yeah, it's way better than Holding. That guy.
I don't see that.
But that guy is better than Holding. No. That guy better. Holding. All they are giving me PTSD. I can't forget.
So let's go for your final prediction for the game.
I'm going to draw. We win. It favors us.
Yeah, I think.
So maybe it's a little bit of what do they call it?
Yeah. I want a draw, but somebody just tells me that no Konate, Szoboszlai is not that fit. He's a bit still rusty, even though he came for a few minutes against Sparta in the Europa League. Nunes scored, is on his scoring streak, so I expect him to score against Man City. I just think Man City haven't rested their quality players for this team, for this game rather. Though you might just nick it. All this nonsense record bullshit on the mainstream that Man City are not beating Liverpool at Anfield. Those always the first time to everything.
Of course.
So it's the first time. So I'm looking at the quality of the team, quality of the squad. I just think Man City might just nick this at the Anfield because no Trent, right?
Yeah.
No Konate. The midfield is kind of light. I just think Man City might just nick it. They might just nick it. I could be wrong. So So let me respond to this chat by Ekran. Can Martinelli play today? According to unconfirmed reports, keyword unconfirmed reports, Martinelli is not in the squad. So we'll find out later whether he's in the squad or not. But according to ITKs, they are saying Martinelli is not in the squad. So we can. What do you think? We can still beat Brentford without.
Of course, I'm not thinking too much about that.
I'm not flustered. I'm not thinking too much about that.
He's the one that says Jesus should play there.
So thank you, Mr. Ifosa, for joining me for this morning match day stream. And shout out to you guys for joining us. So it's been a great. I'll be back for the post-match. Hopefully, we'll be able to celebrate a victory against Brentford. Hopefully, we score. We go on a scoring streak against Brentford. So,
of course.
So, guys, make sure you join us or join me later. I'm not sure whether Mr. Ifosa will be free at that time, but I'll be here to do. I might do the starting 11 show. I might do it, and I might still. But at certain time, we want to do the review of the match certainly. So, guys, make sure you subscribe if you are new to this channel and you enjoy the content. Make sure you subscribe. Strike a like on the video. If you're watching the playback, do not forget to strike a like on the video. Very, very important. So, Mr. Ifosa, this is my mood for today. I hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling today. So hopefully we can smack and smash Brentford and see what the two quote unquote juggernaut will do tomorrow. Your last words.
Well, we hope for a win. Okay. We win and tomorrow wins. Exceptional ones at that.
Exactly. So guys, that will be all for now from us. Make sure you strike the like button. Strike the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Your idea is to subscribe. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And we will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.